Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto, and we have some exciting news. PayPal launched their stablecoin. Woohoo! Here's why I'm not so surprised. Back in December, they announced that they were going to be working with MetaMask. That's great, but nothing actually happened until May, right? So December of 2022, and then May. So 5 full months. 5 full months. Actually, 5 months and 10 days. Anyway, then they actually spoke about, and just looking at my notes, PayPal started talking about their stablecoin back in February of this year. First it was, hey, we think there's going to be a stablecoin. You know, that's what public was saying. Hey, we think there's going to be a stablecoin by PayPal, blah, 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 blah. And then PayPal was like, yeah, there's not going to be a stablecoin for, not for a while. Fast forward 6 months. Get it? 5-6 month range. Fast forward 6 months. And here we are talking about what? That's right. We're talking about PayPal's stablecoin, which is nothing more than another Paxos project, right? Now, PayPal is running around talking about how, their coin is so good and all that other good stuff. That's great. Their coin is made in such a way that it gives power to PayPal. So they're going to run their coin the way they run their PayPal business. It's up to you to make your decision on whether or not you like that idea or not. Now, I don't understand the hoopla. It's a stable coin. It's a stable coin not backed one for one by any fiat. For that, I have Tether. Like seriously, I would use Tether. I don't have a use case for Tether personally, right? But I'm going to use the one that's been around for eons before I use PayPal. To me, it's not tried and true. They can make as much coin as they want, whenever they want. I'm just looking for how is it better than Tether? And then if you're going to point to USDC, well, please explain to me how you're better than Circle. Again, I don't understand why everybody's surprised at the move. They're not bringing anything to the market other than a whole bunch of fake names, a whole bunch of fake coins, trying to follow them to cash in on having a name that's close to it, so people will buy their coin and then, ultimately do a rug pull so they can make the money off of it. But it's a stable coin. What's the plan? What's the strategy? You just wanted to get involved. You just wanted to do something. That's cool. That's great. There are other things that you could have done. But this is the avenue you decide to walk down by creating a stable coin, because you think you have a strong name in the business market, which they do, and people will start to use your stable coin. I need to understand more about the business model. What's in it for PayPal? What are the pitfalls for any vendors or any people that want to use it? What are the controls that they have over the coin? So on and so on and so on and so on. Just a whole bunch of questions. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. Something else that's troubling to me. There have been a spate of DeFi attacks. Now, I happen to have a friend of mine who is involved in a DeFi project. They're backed by major money. And I'm sure they've got their security on lock, right? But some of these smaller projects, $1 million here, $334 million there. And I'm talking about Cypher Protocol and Steadefi, respectively. That's a lot of money. Somebody might look at $334,000 as not being a lot of money, though, those whales. But for the bulk of us, that's a lot of money. That's a pretty penny. And a number of people that are involved. So my point is, if you are going to be using or leveraging DeFi, right? What I want you to do is do the research on whichever DeFi project you're getting involved with. You need to understand what it is that they do, what kind of security, that they have in place. Have they ever been hacked? What was their response time? What was the response? Just all of those different things. Nothing in life is perfect, right? But if you do more research, you might feel a little bit more comfortable or a little less comfortable about what you're about to do with a given technology or business move or whatever it is you're trying to do. I keep reiterating that. Do your own research. Get deep. When it comes to your money, get deep. Brazil launched the name or announced the name of their CBDC. It's digital real, and they're calling it Drex, DREX, and I think it stands for Digital Real Exchange. I'm guessing. I'm interested to really see how it actually gets rolled out, right? I assume it's going to, start with, the ability to buy, things from the government, yada, yada, yada. That's great. And then trickle on down to the regular person. You have to be an authorized company to actually mint the coin. So for me, I'm taking a step back and looking at Brazil. I'm just taking a step back and just going, where can corruption happen? Like, can it happen at the minting layer? Just where could it happen? Because when you introduce digital currency, there are a lot of things that you can do with that digital currency. It's based on technology similar to blockchain. So there's a lot that you can do with the control of that digital currency, right? And I just wonder, is it going to be a mandatory thing, or is it going to be something where the people can use it? And then for how long will it just be you can use it before you have to use it? And how easy is it for the government to tie specific CBDCs to you? So I'm just looking at how they roll it out. And frankly, I'm looking at how all of the BRICS nations roll out CBDCs. Russia's going to have one. The digital yuan is already there. Brazil has one. So now I'm just looking for the rest of them and how they roll it out and how it gets controlled and just all of it. I'm just looking to see how it all plays out. In other news, WorldCoin, they've got some woes. WorldCoin was suspended, had suspended operations by the government in Kenya. Reported that last week. Kenya took it a step further. They raided the warehouse and seized equipment that actually was storing data. My question is, what data? Now, I'm not saying that we didn't already know that WorldCoin was going to share their information with different governments and companies and the like. We knew that. They said it. But now you're talking about a country that does not want it used in their country, right? Kenya's saying, we don't want this in our country. And they just took all of that data. So my question is, what does that mean? Whose data was on that equipment? Was it just in-country data? Or was it data stored from around the world where WorldCoin might have, collected data? Whose data is on there that Kenya now has? I'm not happy about the move. I'd like to understand why they seized the equipment. I'm not into WorldCoin at all. Not at all. I don't want one of those things taking a picture of my iris. And because that, once they have a picture of your iris, just like your fingerprints, everybody's had their fingerprints done at some point in time, most likely, the greater majority, at least in my humble opinion. I say it like that. But your iris is incredibly personal. Fingerprints have been hacked, but your iris can probably be hacked too, but harder, way harder. I'm wondering how that's going to work. How that happened. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. So let's go do that. Bitcoin, not a bad number, 29,293. Ethereum at 1833. Again, not numbers where I want them to be, but up from where they were. Remember, yesterday went down below 29,000 for Bitcoin, and I was not pleased. I'd like to see Ethereum reach above 1850, right? Oh, you know something? The one thing that a PayPal stablecoin could do, being that they're a huge fintech, it could actually force regulation. Now, regulation has been in the mix for a while, but I think it could force closure to that regulation, meaning do it already. You've been yapping about it for a long time. Do it already. What are the rules and regulations around it? Everybody will make adjustments to fit those rules and regulations and march forward. So I'm just looking at it and wondering. Anyway, let's see. Looking at my chart, again, we are still moving sideways, a little bit lower than we were yesterday. You see that? We're going to get back up to where we were. But we're basically just continuing to move sideways. It would be nice. It would be nice because you see that? We were right there. Right there. We were at 30,000, at 29, no, at 30,000 for a blip. Okay, for a blip. What I need is for us to get to, I keep saying 31,580, but it really is 30,000. I want Bitcoin to get to 30,000. If it can get to and maintain 30,000 for an extended time, we're poised to get beyond that 31,580. We are expecting ARK Invest to have some kind of decision. I don't know that that's going to happen. I really don't. I think the can's going to get kicked down the road. There's content that I've written, and you can see that. Anyway, this is Eddie Joe in Crypto. If you have any questions, do me a favor. Drop me a note. Let me know what you think. All right? Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.